Hey friends, Wayne the Wizard Wallace here. I wanted to give you a little update on my AI assisted editing software that I'm writing. This is going to help me edit your documentary style videos. This is my editor, DaVinci Resolve, and it's a Hollywood level editor. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. And what we're looking at here is a timeline. And this timeline is just one big clip, right? You see that? It's all one clip. So this one here has got a bunch of little clips. This is just one clip straight from the videographer. When you're shooting documentary style, you just keep on rolling. You just capture footage. Could be wobbly, it could be out of focus. You could be talking to the subject. My professor here was talking to Diana. So I would want to start right about there when she says, "So today," and he zooms in. I may not be able to use the very beginning of that because he's still zooming in when she starts talking. So I may have to cover that with some B-roll footage. But the point is that clip needs to be cut. So typically what you would do is you would take this clip and you'd bring it down on the timeline, and then you would come in here and I would chop off that first part, but that's only good for one-time use. That doesn't let me reuse that clip somewhere else in another video. So the whole point of documentary style video, you want to clean up your footage as much as possible in the source mode, not on the timeline mode. What I'm developing is some AI assisted editing tools that allow me to edit on the source. Let's go in here and I'll show you. So all these clips, all these markers, I should say, right here are markers of where there's unusable footage. That part's unusable. That's a usable clip. That's an unusable clip. So basically what I did was I laid down markers. So let me go back. So you see these little red markers here? So these little red markers indicate the unusable parts of the video. That means that all these bigger parts in between are the usable parts. So I wrote this code that trims all that footage. So let me go here and delete all these timelines. And normally you would not want to do this because all the work you put into editing those timelines, you don't want to delete it. So now I've got no timelines here. So now I'm going to go up here to workspace and go down here to scripts. And I've got all these different scripts. So what this DocuFlow sync string is going to do is it's going to go in and find all those little red markers that I put in, and it's going to chop up the footage and put it on a timeline. So let me go ahead and run this. So it just built all those timelines that I deleted. Okay. All the ones that have red markers on it, basically. This is Anthony in Paris doing a little interview. And you can see here's one clip, here's two clips, here's three clips. So all these clips have usable content. So all that's good audio that I can use to compile with other clip and make whatever length video I want. Or I can just use a piece of that. But all that clip is very usable. So the other scripts that I have up here in this folder, they do different things. So when I first get the footage, I do this DocuFlow import, and it creates all these folders over here, and it organizes everything. So I don't have to create these folders. So here's some, it analyzed all the videos, and it said, I think this is an interview based on the file name. And then down here, it created some B-roll. So B-roll is just actuality footage. It's not an interview. It's just footage of things happening. And you see, this has got a bunch of markers already on it. What one of my other AI scripts does, first I transcribe it. So down here, I transcribe all the videos. So here's all the transcripts. This is all time code right here. So basically, I'm organizing. But if you're doing all this by hand, it takes a lot of time. And you have to create the timelines and you have to move stuff around. So what my AI is doing is it's helping me. In addition to organizing all the footage, it puts these comments in. So here's Anthony grunting about his soreness in his shoulder. So he kind of moves his neck around. He's like, oh. So just that one little 2-second clip that could be used somewhere. Like maybe he's talking about how much his body hurts, which I do have audio of him talking about his feet are sore and his back is sore and like all this kind of stuff. So maybe I want to make a clip about how Anthony's body is sore after going out and doing all these photos. Well, I need to quickly and easily find this one little clip. But if I've got 80 hours of footage, then it's kind of hard to find that stuff because it's buried somewhere in the footage. And that's why the job of the documentary film editor, or any editor really, is to document the footage. So that's what I'm doing. I'm documenting the footage. Now, some of the documentation is being done by AI. It's cataloging, it's organizing. But then what I need to do is I need to go through and identify the unusable parts, identify key moments like this one.
All cities sleep, you know, and it's nice to be there when it's waking up.
So here's a good example. So Anthony is not a great speaker. So he makes a lot of mistakes and he does a lot of start, stop, start, stop. So basically, when you're editing, you need to go in here and clean it up. So this is where it starts.
All cities sleep.
So all cities sleep. So I'm going to cut this, we don't need to hear, So I'm going to chop out that whole part.
And it's nice to be there when it's
When, he says when 3 times. So I'm going to cut it right here. I'm going to cut that out.
when it's waking up, before it wakes up.
Well, what is it, Anthony? Is it before it wakes up or when it wakes up? Let's see how we like this. I'm going to take this
Before it wakes up.
and then there's nothing. So this is the clip right here.
All cities sleep. And it's nice to be there before it wakes up.
So you see a little jump cut here. And I don't really like this because he kind of fumbles it a little bit. So I'm actually going to keep this one and then I'm going to lose this one.
The people I meet in the morning are usually really happy.
So this is another thought. So it's got nothing to do with the city waking up.
All cities sleep.
So I'm going to keep that second one and I'm going to chop out that one. So we've got this problem of this jump cut.
And it's nice to be there.
Now I could finesse it. I could kind of try and maybe get this just right. So it's a minimal jump.
All cities sleep. And it's nice to be there.
So like right there, it just kind of was a little bit of a jerk. But maybe I want to add some pacing in here, right? So I want to put some breathing room in here.
All cities sleep. And it's nice to be there when it's waking up.
So we certainly can't have those black flashes. And then we need some noise because there's no noise there. So I'm going to cut this here and I'm going to cut this here. And then I'm going to take just the audio from this and I'm going to move it over here. So it's kind of covering up those spots.
All cities sleep. And it's nice to be there when it's waking up.
So now we just got to take care of the flashing. So I'm going to go over here to my B-roll. So this is Paris waking up. We want a nice quiet, serene. So this one right here. So I'm going to start from here and we're going to cut out before that camera movement. So now I've got this.
All cities sleep. And it's nice to be there when it's waking up.
So now that scene is perfect. We hear Anthony talking. So there we go. That's a nice little clip right there. And then I need some more audio over here. So I'm going to copy that audio right there.
And it's nice to be there when it's waking up. The people I meet in the morning are usually really happy.
There we go. There's a happy person right there. And then we'll bring this down here. We just want the video.
The people I meet in the morning are usually really happy.
We'll chop out this big space.
The people I meet in the morning are usually really happy. They're really because they either the ones that stop and talk to me are the ones that have been out all night and they just had the most wonderful time. They just had a great evening, partying or whatever. And
So I can clean this up. So he says the same thing twice. A lot of people say that, but they say it differently. So I like that part. So I'm going to chop out all that. So he says this little extra weave in here. So I want to cut that out.
we stayed up all night
So that's a nice little clip. And then he's got a few little mistakes in there.
because they either the ones that stop and talk
They either, right? This part here.
they either really because the ones that stop because
I don't like that. So I don't even need that whole clip. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. So I can show Anthony talking for a little bit.
you experience it in a completely different way. It'll be like no other experiences you have that day, in the city when you're up really early and there's nobody else up. It's gonna be the most relaxing part of your day. It's gonna be the most mellow, chill, peaceful part of your day. I can almost guarantee you that.
So in that whole dialogue right there, he says some really good stuff, but he's a horrible speaker. He didn't say it all at once. So basically I need to clean it up. Yeah, I don't need that.
You experience it.
You. So I gotta have a you in there.
You experience
I don't like that you. So I'm gonna take that out.
you
Take that out.
experience it in a completely different way. It'll be
And this, I don't need this little you part in here.
in a completely different way. You can in a completely different way. It'll be like no other
Yeah, see, none of that's good.
completely different way. It'll be like no other.
It'll be like no other, maybe.
It'll be like no other.
So right here.
It'll be like no other experiences you have.
So from right here, experiences you have.
It'll be like no other experiences you have that day in the city.
So there's a little bit of leftover there.
Day in the city when you're up really early and there's
Okay, he says when you don't need all that.
when you're up really early.
So all I need is the last one.
When you're up really early and there's nobody else up, it's
Sniffle.
nobody else up.
He always does that.
It's gonna be the most relaxing part of your day. It's gonna be the most mellow, chill, peaceful part of your day. I can almost guarantee you that.
Okay, I'm gonna chop all that out. So do we want to say relaxing or peaceful?
The most relaxing part of your day, peaceful part of your day.
I kind of like the relaxing one better. So I'm gonna take that one out.
Guarantee you that
I can almost guarantee you that.
because later, 2 hours later, the city's awake and
So you see, we can keep on going. We can create a whole storyline here. This is our current storyline.
city's sleep.
So I can take this and pull it over, and then I can bring this right down in here.
It'll be like no other experiences you have that day in the city when you're up really early and there's nobody else up. It's gonna be the most relaxing part of your day. I can almost guarantee you that city's sleep. I can almost guarantee you that city's sleep. And it's nice to be there when it's waking up. The people I meet in the morning are usually really happy. The ones that stop and talk.
Okay, so what I would really do in this case is I would find some other clip.
In the city when you're up really early and there's nobody else up.
So I like that part right there. So I would take this and I would show him.
When you're up really early and there's nobody else up, it's going to be the most relaxing part of your day. I can almost guarantee you that city's sleep. And it's nice to be there when it's waking up.
So I would find a different clip to put in here. So let's go back to the B-roll and let's go here where it's dark. Actually, it's going to go right here.
It'll be like no other experiences you have that day in the city when you're up really early and there's nobody else up. It's going to be the most relaxing part of your day. I can almost guarantee you that city's sleep. It's nice to be there when it's waking up.
The camera works a little goofy on that. So basically, I would try and find a different part of that clip, like this one right here.
It's going to be the most relaxing part of your day. I can almost guarantee you that city's sleep. And it's nice to be there when it's waking up.
Yeah. So that's good because it's just a nice static shot.
It'll be like no other experiences you have that day in the city when you're up really early and there's nobody else up. It's going to be the most relaxing part of your day. I can almost guarantee you that city's sleep. It's nice to be there when it's waking up. The people I meet in the morning are usually really happy. The ones that stop and talk to me are the ones that have been out all night. We've all done this. It's like we stayed up all night and then the sun comes up and you go, ah.
That's how we do documentary style editing. So obviously AI is not going to do that level of editing that I just did right there. It can get me a start. AI gave me that clip and then I know this footage, so I know kind of what's available B-roll wise. Like this shot right here of the Eiffel Tower. I can use that in so many different other videos. Like I used it in The Rush Before the Tourists. I could use it in a video where I'm talking about all the places that Anthony goes to photograph cities at dawn. I can talk about, early morning, how he's got to get up and go out real early in the morning. There's so many videos that could use that one clip right there. And then the same is true for this one. And the same is true for this one. All these different B-roll clips can be used over and over and over and over. There's different stories in here. One little interview So there's probably 4 different clips in there talking about different stuff. So you can see that Anthony is not the greatest speaker in the world. See, that should encourage you because you don't have to be a great speaker to create great video. I can make you sound like a pro too. That's why you want to do editing, and that's why you want to create stories because stories are more interesting. All right, thanks for watching. And come to our Saturday workshop. So Saturday, 10 a.m., you can go to zoomwithwaynewallace.com. That's 10 a.m. Pacific time. And you can learn some more about documentary style video and why you need to be using it for your business.